All right, folks. On December 7th, 2021, I bought myself another guitar. I don't know how many I have right now. 6? 7? Anyways, guitars played a big part of my life. No problem buying it. But let's tell the story of this bad boy. I was walking through a thrift shop, just down here. Closest store to my house is a thrift shop. I spend a lot of time there. I walk by, see behind the counter. Behind the counter, there's a lovely lady, and behind the counter, there's this guitar hanging there. Now, I got a thing for Stratocasters. My main guitar is a Stratocaster. I've loved them. I think they're beautiful looking things. So it caught my eye. So I walk up to the counter. I'm kind of looking at it, and it's $80. 80. So I'm kind of looking at it, and I'm thinking, well, how can this Strat? It's a Squier, but how can a guitar be so cheap? It looks good. It's got these dings on it, but how can a guitar be so cheap and not be total junk? So, anyways, as I'm looking at it, the lady comes over and says, "Do you want to try it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't need a guitar. Why would I buy a guitar?" Anyways, I start playing it, and it's beautiful. The neck is gorgeous, completely gorgeous, man. So I'm playing it, and I'm like, "What's going on here? How can this guitar be so good? How can it feel so nice under my hand?" Clearly, there were some parts wrong, but I'm playing it. Totally confused. Anyways, I look at the guitar a little closer. On the back of the neck, there's a sticker from Steve's Music, which means it's legit. It's not just a cheap Chinese knockoff. It was sold at one of the best music stores here in Ottawa, and I think, you know what, $80, I'll buy it. I can resell it if I don't like it. I can use it for parts. You know, it's cheaper to buy the whole guitar than to buy the parts individually, or I can give it away, give it to whatever, some little kid who's learning how to play guitar. Anyways, I get this bad boy home. I start playing it, and I love it. And I love it. And I literally haven't played electric guitar in years. A lot of classical, a lot of acoustic stuff lately. Just because it's quieter. I don't have to crank up amps. I got old man ears now. So I start playing it, and it's just so nice. And now since I got it, it's just like a light switch is flicked, and it's all electric now. Anyways, it's a great little guitar. It's a great little guitar for $80. Outstanding, but it needs some upgrades. So today, this weekend, it's a cold, stormy day outside. Not stormy, cold. But this weekend, I'm gonna upgrade some things. So here's what we're gonna upgrade. We're gonna upgrade all the parts where the strings touch. So strings touch here, strings touch here, strings touch here. These tuners are pretty crappy, man. Pretty crappy. So we have saddles. We have a nut. Hard to see. The nut goes right here. And we have locking tuners. Brand new locking tuners. So $50 for these. Free for this. And I got them off Amazon, but they were half price. The box was open. And Amazon resold it to me for $35. So we're putting in the same price that I paid for it. We're upgrading. Good thing about the upgrades, I always have them. I can take them off this guitar, put them on my next guitar. One of the reasons I got this was because Eddie Van Halen, the greatest human being probably to ever live. Eddie Van Halen used to modify his own guitars, and it's always something I wanted to do, but I was never able to because all my guitars that I bought are like early 90s guitars now, and they're all worth thousands of dollars. They've all appreciated in value like crazy. You know, the mid-level guitars that I bought for $1,000 are all now multi-thousands of dollars. So I don't want to mess around with those. But I've always wanted to try playing with guitars, so we have cheap guitars now. Cheap, good quality guitars. In the 80s, a $300 guitar was still crap. I mean, the quality control, computers, you know, the ability to align a neck with this, we can do it today, and it just wasn't there in the past. So, cheap guitars, I'm going to start modifying for the first time my very own guitar. Never done this before, but I do have a bit of a past at carpentry, building things. I like making stuff. So, here we go, a long and winding video with me diving in and starting to fix this guitar. Let's start, shall we? All right, folks, the first thing we do here, take the strings off. This actually is weird because back in the day I was told never take all the strings off your guitar. It messes the neck up. So I am actually kind of conflicted about this right now. One of the reasons I'm doing this is because I play with a bit of a heavy right hand and my strings always break right here, so that's why I have these here. These things are really garbage, man. Super bad. Super bad. One of the problems with crappy guitars is the components on them are kind of typically pretty crappy. And what that means is if you're starting out and you can't keep it in tune, I know I always did as a kid, but you tend to blame yourself for the crappy equipment. So, yeah, it's a funny thing, I guess, as a parent. What do? You buy your kid a $700 guitar, hoping that they play it, or do you buy them a $99 guitar and hope that they play it? Hard to say. Here's what you do. You buy a used $700 guitar for $300 online. That's the solution. And then, you know what? Here's the thing about used. You buy used stuff, you lose no value, you lose no money on it because you can resell it for whatever you paid for it. If you have the time, you buy a $300 guitar, a used $300 guitar, assuming it's in working shape. If you have the time, just slap it online and somebody will buy it from you within the next, whatever, couple of weeks for the same price you paid for it. All right. All righty. There we go. When I got this neck, it was absolutely blemish free. The frets had not been played at all. I need to tweak the truss rod just a little. But first I'm going to take the pickguard off and just see what the electronics looks like under there. Just take a little peek at the electronics. Let's see what secrets it holds. Gently, gently. All right, so can I pull this off? Not really. It's not giving me lots of wiggle room. So I'm going to take some pictures. Here's what we're looking at. Squier guts. This is a Squier from 1999. So from what I'm led to believe, it is a pretty decent model. Oh, it's even got the aluminum on there to keep outside frequencies out. There we go. We've got the single, and we've got the bathtub, the swimming pool design. Alrighty, that's that. We know what's in there. I got it documented. Just in case. You're always hoping that maybe in the past somebody owned this guitar and upgraded the components. And there's a magical mystery set of I don't know, Seymour Duncans or something put in here. But life doesn't work that way, does it? Alright, pickguard's back on. I hope I didn't break any wires reinstalling it. Now we're going to take these bad boys off. These are notoriously crappy tuning pegs. Alright, that's out of there. Alright, I got a milk bag here. Yes, in Canada, milk comes in bags. And we are going to immediately put it in the bag. There's the Steve's Music sticker. I love that store. All my best stuff I've bought from them. Proud local company. Not local, Toronto, Ottawa, Montreal. They were the music store chain when I was young. Should I want to give this away, I can always put this stuff back on. Give it to some kid just starting out on guitar. So we're going to give it a little wipe down. We are going to have to re-drill some holes in this bad boy. I have prepared myself for that. I love that Stratocaster headstock. I don't know, man. I have a deep, deep love of the Fender brand. So here we have our problem. There's two problems. I have to drill these little peg holes in, and I have to drill a bigger 10mm hole for that. That's good. 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 Other side. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Beauty. Beauty, as they say in Canada. And we didn't destroy anything. Maple is a pretty hard wood. Last little torque. All right, all right. Nice. Not too shabby, if I do say so myself. This was the one I thought was going to be most stressful. And damn. Looks pretty good, looks pretty good. All right, these guys are done. They are looking beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Now, nut time. This is the new one. We take a knife. We're going to score this a little bit. Oh wait, I was going to see if I cut away the glue, but you know what? Done. Didn't have to score anything. So here's our new one. Here's our old one. We're about twice the fatness. And it's got a little more height on it. So now we have to sculpt. Sculpt. I get to bring out my best Michelangelo. So I sand a little bit, see how lined up it is with the old one. It's pretty close now. It's a little higher, I think, at this point. Ooh, we're super close. You know what? It's, I think, just a hair too high, but I'm going to leave it like this. See what I think when I play it, and if I don't like it, take some off. For now, the nut is done. Took a long time, man. A lot of fine sanding. So we take the old nut, we put it in a big bag so we can find it back when we need it. We put it in the case over here. I love this neck. All right, now we've come to the fun part, string savers. Made in Canada. Always got to support our own brothers and sisters in this cold, barren wasteland. But I got a pair of these. These were recommended to me back in the early 90s, and they've been on every guitar since, man. Necessity, if I do say so myself. Now, first of all, we're going to take this off, give this a little wipe down. You know what? I'm a little nervous here. I'm just going to put a little cloth right there. No sense scratching up the old guitar for nothing. String savers, here we go. Oh, we even get a tiny little Allen key with it. Wow, they're really light. They're graphite. These are steel. And this right here, that right there, is where the steel goes around, where the string goes around the steel. And if there's a little little nub on that steel, it breaks strings. These things are graphite and they're supposed to be smoother. They are smoother. So that when the string goes over, they don't snap as easily. In the last year, I'm losing my near sight. It's near distant sight. I can't focus on anything like right in front of my face, and I could till just like 6 months ago. Oh well, old man Dan. Happens to the best of us, I guess. All right, the saddles are in. Ooh, so nice. And that's it. The work is done. I might have to come down here again and redo some things. And we're definitely not done tinkering, but for today, 1, 2, 3. Mission accomplished. Let's restring it. Then we got to tune it up. I see on here that the String Savers gives away every month some kind of, says register your product for a chance to win a monthly Graph Tech giveaway. Let's restring her. Alrighty, almost done here. It didn't take that long. Normally my philosophy is everything takes twice as long, costs twice as much, or requires twice as much energy as you think. Twice as much money. I think today I doubled the amount I paid for this. But again, I own this stuff, so I can put it on other guitars after. So it's not like it goes in here and then it has to go out the door. Let's tune it up. That's it. Job's done. Very proud of myself. We always need new challenges in life. And this was today's. Have fun. Keep on rocking. Talk to you kids later. Mwah. guitar works, baby. Alright, it's like 3 days later. Last time I played this, the action was way too high. I just put it all together, cleaned everything out of the way, played it a little bit. The action's too high. Now things are set up. But this is what string savers can do. This is why I love string savers. So, this is a Dunlop 1mm pick. These are 11s, but you can bash the crap out of these things. I play with a heavy right hand. String savers are like an absolute necessity for me. So, good setup, man. It plays well now. Good setup, and we're just getting started.